Well, hello folks. This is Pastor and Mrs. Steve Cape, and we're here right now on this Tuesday. We're directly in front of the Floyd Medical Center, which is actually the old entrance. The new entrance is on the other side of the hospital, and my goodness, how much it has grown over the last 25 years or so. And you can see just directly to our right here, there is another tractor that's there, another backhoe that they're doing more construction, so it's a continual thing. But we're here again on this Tuesday having another video with regards to International Epilepsy Day, which occurred on February the 8th on Monday. So this is our second video of several videos that we're posting this week to speak about epilepsy and to speak about seizures. My dear wife, Mrs. Wanda Cape, is going to talk to us a little bit about what brought us, first of all, to the Floyd Medical Center in the year of 1994.
If you watched our video from yesterday, then you know that we were at the Redmond Medical Center where Heather had her first seizure in our home in Silver Creek and was taken to that hospital. Her second seizure occurred a couple of months later. My husband found her in bed, slamming against the wall. She was in a full generalized seizure, which is a tonic-clonic seizure. And after about 5 minutes, she had not come to herself. And then 10 minutes, she still had not. So the ambulance decided to take her in, and they brought her here to the Floyd Medical Center, where for 6 hours, Heather seized continuously before they were able to get that seizure under control.
So if you can imagine, 6 hours long. Every time we tell that in a public format, there are gasps that happen and take place. Again, most seizures are going to last about 3 to 5 minutes. And many of them will only last a few seconds. And when it's at 5 minutes long, that's normally an emergency type of situation because of losing oxygen again to the brain, and especially when someone is in a generalized or tonic-clonic seizure. And so today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, again, what type of seizures there are. So when we describe the first seizure Heather had, and Ms. Cape will talk about that here in just a few moments, and then talk about the next seizure that would last for 6 hours long. And it's documented. Doctors spoke about that in their documentation. We have all of the proven records about that, how anyone can last, again, with 6 hour long tonic-clonic seizures is pretty phenomenal. It's pretty amazing. So we're going to describe different type of seizures today as we're seeking to do what we can do with regards to individuals that have seizures. I just want to remind you, our daughter's name is Heather Cape. And Heather today is unable to speak to you. She will, however, this week, and you'll be able to see how well she is doing. They've made a medical film documentary out of her life called A Song in the Storm. Again, you can see that at godmakesnomistakes.com with 6 doctors and that are on this medical film documentary. And again, we're trying to put the link on our on her page where you can go directly to it to be able to see that as well. But again, she's had hundreds of thousands of seizures and of every type imaginable, and Mrs. Cape is going to speak about those right now.
Well, there's 2 different kind of categories with seizures. There are focal seizures, which happen in one hemisphere of the brain. And then there are generalized seizures, which involves both sides of the brain are involved in those seizures. Now, focal seizures they're categorized into different kinds of seizures, like a simple seizure, simple complex seizure, absence seizures, and then that's where just one hemisphere of the brain is involved, and usually they can locate where those seizures are coming from, but it might be coming from different hemispheres but not at the same time.
Or it may just be coming from one area of the brain, one lobectomy. For instance, it could be coming from the temporal lobe area, it could be coming from the parietal lobe or the occipital lobe, and or the frontal lobe area. Most of the time, they will start in the temporal lobe area of one hemisphere.
Right. And then when both hemispheres are involved is when they're called generalized seizures, which are the tonic-clonic seizures. The person is completely unconscious. There are involuntary movements, there's jerking, stiffness of the body, repeated motions of jerking on one side, maybe switch to the other side, which is exactly what happened in 1994 when Heather had that 6-hour-long seizure. The right side of the body would jerk uncontrollably as she's unconscious, and then the left side would take over and jerk uncontrollably.
Yes, yes. So again, the tonic-clonic is tonic again meaning stiffening, and clonic again meaning jerking, and it means also falling to the ground, which is what an atonic seizure is. It can be a drop seizure, just immediately falling, losing again the extremities of being able to stand, even losing the ability of their functions. And with regards to many times, again, it'll be problematic for them physically with regards to losing their facilities or faculties with whether it's urination or actually defecating upon themselves actually. But again, seizures are many different types. And again, we need to be careful when we're treating our loved ones or a family member or even a total stranger that may be out in a public format and they just need some assistance or need some help. Ms. Kate, can you describe something else with regards to seizures, if you can? You know, sometimes with regards to seizure, it may be just to staring.
Yes.
Just staring off. Sometimes it may be that they are just chewing. They're chewing,
smacking
again,
their lips. Their lip may draw on one side. There may be a blinking of the eye of the opposite side of the brain that the seizure is happening on, and just different movements like that.
It may be of their picking at their clothes for some way, and just picking at that. You may have seen someone do that and looking at you, maybe even laughter.
Yes.
There are different ways that a person can have seizures through laughing and in communicating at that time.
A lot of times before a generalized seizure where both hemispheres are involved, there will be a cry or a whine from the individual before they actually go into that kind of seizure. And as my husband mentioned a minute ago, 5 minutes into a seizure and they haven't come out of it, you need to get them some medical attention right away. It's very abnormal for somebody to survive static epilepticus seizures like Heather did with a 6-hour-long seizure. She actually came out of the seizure with damage to her hippocampus area for lack of oxygen. And she was not the same person after that. But it's just amazing to me what God has done with her life and rerouted things in her brain and has given her another opportunity to be the lady that she is today.
That's right. So we realize that when we're doing videos like this, or anytime that we're speaking about epilepsy, or we're speaking about seizures, there are many varied types, and there are many people that have various problems. Again, the average person that has epilepsy only has 1 or 2 seizures a year. And sometimes they may have maybe once a month, so 12 times a year. But with Heather's situation, it's been 3 to 5 seizures a day. And for years and years and years. So again, it varies with various reasons why someone may have a seizure. We just need to be ready and prepared to make sure that our loved one or our friend or even a total stranger is cared for.
And with Heather's situation, she does have a disease called Rasmussen's encephalitis, which is abnormal scarring to her brain, which is the reason why she has had such hard seizures to control. Not everybody has this kind of situation. And Heather has a vagus nerve stimulator. There was at one time, we were at home and Heather had 15 to 20 grand mal seizures just within 10 minutes of one another. And she has a vagus nerve stimulator which helps her to recover from those quicker, but that's not everybody's situation.
That's right. That's right. So let's learn more. Let's do the studying. And may I say this to parents who may have children, or may I say this to again siblings that may have an adult sibling. Again, and the person's just started having seizures. Study about it. Be that advocate for your loved one, and learn about it. And someone said, well, what we need less of today is internet wannabe doctors. We need to be trusting the medical field. And you're exactly right. We need to trust the doctors and the medical field as well. But they also want us to understand our loved one. So study about it, read about it. And we were forced to do that years ago. We just want to encourage you to know about your loved one and your family member so you can provide the right kind of care for them and seek the right kind of attention that they need in their life. Okay? So again, don't want you to tune in tomorrow, and at 5 p.m. we're going to have another video, and the Lord willing, Heather will be on this particular video, and as well as the one on Thursday and on Friday of this week as well. But we trust that you'll have a wonderful day. And again, on this evening, we're just so thankful for the medical staff, the support staff. We're so thankful for all the professionals. They truly are heroes.
That's right.
Individuals that have sought to help other people. They've given their life to be of assistance and help. We've had the opportunity today to be able to meet other medical staff since we've been in Rome, Georgia. And again, talking to different people, instructors, instructing nurses and others that are support staff that are helping in other areas too. And we're so thankful for every single person. And again, especially through what our nation has gone through and the world has gone through over this last year with COVID-19 and the pandemic, of course, has happened in so many different places. Our friend, we know that Jesus Christ has the answer to all of our problems. I believe with all of my heart that God wants us to be in good health. I believe that God provides for us. The Lord did not, and again, did not look down upon physicians and doctors. As a matter of fact, one of the individuals that traveled with the Apostle Paul was a physician. He was a disciple of Christ, and his name was Lucas, or Luke, the beloved physician. He was beloved. He was one who helped to assist and care for the needs of other people, but he also cared for the very soul of individuals. And may we do the same, that we seek to share the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ to everyone that we possibly can. And let's take that opportunity to do so this week.
Have a good day.
All right, Lord bless you. Take care. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget, tomorrow, tune in again at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our next video. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.